Welcome to Home Revival. Today, we're tackling one of our favorite parts of any home renovation.
Kitchen cabinet install.
And there's so much more that goes into a beautiful kitchen and a kitchen cabinet than most people realize, so we're excited to bring you along on the ride. So stay tuned.
I can't wait.
Home Revival is brought to you by Tightline.
With families spending more time at home, it is essential your living space is as comfortable as possible. Let Island Breeze Kitchens help you redesign your kitchen. Jennifer and James Johnson and their team of designers partner with you to discover a style and a concept that accentuates your home. From initial measurements to final walkthrough, they bring creativity and cutting-edge technology to your renovation. Whether it is bringing in new and updated cabinets or a complete remodel, Island Breeze Kitchens has great reviews on a diverse portfolio. They provide high-quality cabinets made in the USA by a family company, Crystal Cabinets. Each piece is designed with thought and care by talented craftsmen. If you need a unique size, color, or style, Crystal Cabinets will build it for you with every detail considered. Jennifer and James Johnson also design bathrooms, home offices, and commercial spaces. Get started. Visit Island Breeze Kitchen's website or call today to book a free consultation. Crystal Cabinet Works maple leaf logo symbolizes resilience, strength, and endurance. Since 1947, Crystal Cabinet Works has been crafting fine custom cabinetry for homes and commercial spaces. Find an independent design specialist for your new construction or renovation at crystalcabinets.com. Crystal Cabinet Works. American-made cabinets built with integrity to last a lifetime.
Home Revival is brought to you by Crystal Cabinets. What happens when a poet, whiskey priest, and his design-savvy motorcycle-riding wife transform a home? You get Home Revival. Meet James and Jen Johnson. They take lost cause houses and breathe new life into them, making them into fabulous homes. Every story is different, but they all tell a beautiful tale of transformation. Join us as we renovate our way around the Treasure Coast.
It's Cabinet Day, and it's one of our favorite days in all of our renovation. Mostly because you get to open up these boxes of cabinets that you've seen online, and you've designed this amazing thing, and it's just incredible. There's nothing like opening them in real life.
It's like Christmas Day to me. I've designed it, I placed the order, and like 8 weeks have gone by, and I'm just like a kid on Christmas morning running out here to open up the cabinets to see how they look.
Yeah, and she actually has a cabinet dance. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just watch. I don't actually participate in the dance, but it is fun. No. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. You see it? She's a lunatic.
So as you can see, we have our kitchen cabinet installers here this morning, and one of the most important things that we do is as we unpack all of the boxes, I double check, for one, to make sure there's no damages, 2, to make sure that I didn't mess up anything, and 3, that we can, with the installers, review all the cabinets and make sure that they're in pristine condition. So if during installation a hammer falls on it or a saw falls on it, then we know kind of which direction to go to get that replaced. And that kind of can be a little touchy situation sometimes, but we've worked with these installers before. They are amazing. They are really, really great. We trust them, we love them. And they also provide us with some of our most beautiful countertops that we use in Island Breeze kitchens. I am so totally in love with this cabinet. This is rustic hickory in natural stain, and it is beautiful. The first time I saw a sample of this that Crystal Cabinets carries, I fell in love with it, and I told James our next kitchen is going to have this. So this particular cabinet is a lot of fun. It's a breadboard cabinet. So the countertop will go over this. This kind of hides underneath there. It'll be right next to the stove. So as I'm cutting up my vegetables, onions, or whatever, it's going to go right into the pot. Then down here we have these really amazing pull-out shelves, which for me is really good because if there's stuff stuck back in there, I forget what I have. And this way you don't have to worry about that. And they're just amazing. Crystal Cabinets really put in the artist touch when they do their cabinets, and that's all we carry at Island Breeze Kitchens. We absolutely love them and highly recommend them. I just think that is the most gorgeous detail. This is our trash and recycle, so you have both of them here, which is really convenient.
So what we're doing now is establishing a level line so that our cabinets will all be straight and level and plumb. The way we do that is we use a laser that shoots all the way around the room. And as you can probably tell, my laser is hitting exactly 34.5 inches, which is where we need to be. Now, the way this works is that we find the high spot and we build our cabinets off of the high spots, because you can shim a cabinet up, but you can't shim it down. And so what we know from this is that this is our high spot at 34.5 inches, and so our cabinet installers are going to start right here in the corner to ensure that everything comes out just right. So as you can see, we're starting our cabinet installation with this large Lazy Susan corner cabinet because it is at our highest point, and once this is installed and screwed down, we'll have nice level lines all the way across. So in this next phase of the install, what you're seeing here is Eder, who is our installer, is leveling this cabinet, and with cabinetry you level on 3 planes. Notice he's leveling for plumb over here, and then back here he's leveling the lateral part going this way, and then again here you'll see he's leveling front to back. And it's super important for the functionality of the doors and the drawers that the cabinets are leveled on 3 planes. This is another reason we really love these guys and their install, because they're meticulous. They do the things that need to be done to ensure the kitchen goes in right and stays good and functioning for a long, long time to come. Thanks, Eder. So one of the most important parts when you're laying out a kitchen is the symmetry. Everything has to be balanced. And in this particular area, of course, we've got 2 picture windows, and it's really important that the stove, which is a 48-inch gas stove, be exactly in the middle of that, because the hood is going to be framed out by the 2 windows on either side. So I'm going to check with Eder right now, try to find out where our center mark is and whether or not we may need to add some spaces, which we have, to make sure that we're exactly in the center. So Eder, this is our point here?
Yeah, that's
okay.
So what is that? That's 64?
64 total to the between windows, and so we're right here at 32.
Yeah.
So we'll need from 24 inches over here to know exactly where our stove is going to be, plus we're going to give about 1/8 of an inch for tolerances to make sure you can get the stove in and out.
Really tight in there.
Right? So then once we know that, then we'll make a mark over here at 24 inches, and that'll tell us what we've got spacing in here and what we need to do to make sure we're exactly in the center of that. That sound good?
all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Good with you, baby?
It's awesome.
Boss lady says it's okay. What I'm tempted to do is call our electrician actually and see if we can't just scoot that over here. So that's because that's not okay.
It's not going to be centered then.
No, you mean this? the important thing is that the stove is centered. You know, that you won't be able to tell. So what's happening now is our outlet is probably a half an inch too close to the side. Let me see if I can't get Hartman over here. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Let me just give this guy a call. But you see about the spacing, why that spacing is important. You just can't go with half an inch on either side. Are you looking to punch somebody in the face? When she gets quiet, things get dangerous.
Well, I just didn't want it being so tight.
It's always how you have it. And the reason is
Not with a freestanding.
But the specs here say for a 48-inch stove, the opening is 48 inches. It's exactly what you do. It's exactly what you do. And the only reason you give it 1/8 of an inch on either side is because it's sort of imperceptible. So no, let me see if I can get a hold of Hartman real quick.
I feel bad because I already set those.
No, he didn't set them yet.
He set
He
them.
got a couple screws, but he's all right with that if you got a scoot. Eder, Jen's changed her mind again.
Okay, no problem.
See?
What is it, we're gonna do the...
We're going to move those over a little bit, but we have to get our electric outlet
but I
moved.
definitely need you, so just give me a quick call back when you can. Thanks, brother. Okay, bye. Well, he's Johnny on the spot these days, so he's calling me back in 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, that's not a big problem to tackle.
Okay.
But he's got to tackle it, though.
Okay.
All
All right. So, I mean, that's fine. Those can just stay, and then we'll continue on. You guys can do the walls.
Well, yeah,
because
it's not like we don't have tons of things to do, so. Yeah, but this is the kind of stuff. I mean, this is, anytime you've got an installation and lots of different things going on, you're going to run into issues. And so it's not just the pretty work, but it's problem solving. And so you've got to be flexible, you have to be patient.
I'm not.
Yeah, and that's her nickname is Zoom Zoom. So, so these are just things that happen. And, you know, hopefully our electrician will be able to pop over here just quickly and we'll be able to make some adjustments here.
I mean, we're talking a ½ inch, right?
But that ½ inch
Yeah.
matters, and symmetry and everything else. And this is another thing for you guys watching. Make sure that whoever you have as installers or your designers, make sure a ½ inch matters to them too. I feel like I should be bearing down.
There you go. That's the...
More brand.
You got to get this done. All right.
When by we, you mean you.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Okay.
Phone.
And now 40 some. Oh, I suck at
You
life.
keep, no, you don't suck at life, but 3.
Oh my word! That is really bad.
You shouldn't have said it.
But we have tried it.
Home Revival is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. The Sturgis family moved to Indian River County in the 1950s and opened Sturgis Lumber during the decade when the population doubled and Vero Beach was building. Jack became mayor of Vero Beach, and Josie left her legacy as a teacher. Their sons became fathers. And now the third and fourth generations are taking care of builders, wood craftsmen, handymen, and homeowners. Sturgis Lumber is your one stop for personal service and a full selection of everything you need for projects large and small. Home Revival is brought to you by FSC Home Remodeling.
I think we should put the filler in between these two cabinets instead of on the ends, because then that way it's more hid. It'll give us the symmetry that we need, and it'll also allow a little bit more
Clearance between
here
these
for
two
these
things.
two cabinets. So.
Yeah. And even if we didn't have the ½ inch filler here, all of the doors are adjustable. So even though you see that it's a tight tolerance here and they're actually touching, it's only during the initial install, and then all the doors are adjusted, tweaked, and just moved around until their spacing and the gapping is perfect.
Yep.
But this is going to make a lot of sense and actually make our job a heck of a lot easier
Yes.
while we achieve the symmetry we're looking for.
Yep. a 56-year-old linoleum floor here that James and I worked on last night trying to pull up until about 10 o'clock. But the reason why they have to get this up is that the cabinets don't sit flush and they'll wobble, and it causes all kinds of problems when we're trying to level out the cabinet. So Lara here is working probably above and beyond what she should be doing, trying to get that up so this cabinet here will fit and be nice and level. Thanks, Lara.
So let me tell you why it's so important the way Eder just did that. A lot of people will just blast through that 3/4 inch ply and just tear everything up. But by starting in the back, what he did is sent the center of that hole saw through, which is just a drill bit, and then he comes back on this side, set the drill bit inside, then the hole saw actually will tear. If it does shred a little bit, it shreds on the back side of the cabinet that you can't see.
What do you say? What is it?
So we're just starting on the upper wall cabinets, and because these are solid wood with full 3/4 inch ply, they are heavy. So we're gonna go on up, really up.
The wire's got back.
And they have this super cool jig here to help, so you're not holding 100 pounds for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And so what she's doing is we had to pre-wire for the low voltage LED lights, which go in the glass cabinets up top and for your under cabinet lighting. We just dropped that line in from the top because we want to minimize any intrusions into the actual cabinet boxes. So that's what Lara is doing right now. And don't be mistaken, it is a combination of strength and skill with these things because, again, with high quality cabinets, you're dealing with some significant weight, and which also matters what you use as fasteners into the walls. And that's the good sound. That means you got good wood behind there.
So what we have to do here is, for spacing, and this happens a lot in kitchen designs, we have fillers, and we have some really nice base fillers for the cabinets. And as a design preference, we're going to use an overlay, and I wanted to really capture this line here in the hickory to line up with one of the overlay pieces. So she's going to cut this for me. It's going to go overlay over the back one, and it's just going to be a nice filler right here so we can have our measurements spot on.
James, Jen, you guys here?
Hey, Lewis. How you doing?
Good to
Good to see you. Sorry, COVID and everything.
You must be your father.
Pleasure to see you.
Very good.
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Man, we're so glad you guys are here. I think you know these two. That's your daughter right there, isn't it?
Trained by the master.
They've been doing a great job.
Did our countertops come in? Did the slab come
It
in?
did, yeah.
Is it pretty?
It is, yeah. It's nicer in person.
Is it really?
It's like
How do you think it'll look with this?
Great,
Because I
yeah.
forget what it looks like.
Yeah, because of the linear features.
Yeah.
You know, it has all those lines. So, I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to lay out with you later. I wanted you guys to come by and take a look at the slab so you can see if we can see how the lines are going to go.
And I love that we kind of have the flexibility, especially with these guys. These guys are awesome to work with. They kind of give us the flexibility to design on the fly, which for Jen and I, that's super important because we love to have the flexibility to change our minds and to actually adjust in the moment what's actually happening. We always want to go for the best solution, design solution in any one time and moment. So.
And sometimes it can just be one thing that changes the whole design element. I mean, I think I did 12 different designs on this particular kitchen because I would see something that I liked and wanted, and I was like, all right, so I did trash it all and do it again, but I think it's going to work.
Office going, and stuff.
I love this, I got to have it,
Yeah,
so yeah. But that's what being flexible is about, so it's fun.
I can carry you like a football.
Are you happy now?
Your breath stinks.
Okay.
Today is Cabinet Day. Always an
Not
exciting. Look at, did you just put your hands up like, oh my gosh, you got it wrong twice?
No!
After 19 takes over there. What am I saying then?
Cabinet Day.
Okay, like that? Cabinet Day. Jazz hands. Yay! Oh my gosh. All right, here we go.
Home Revival is brought to you by Island Breeze Kitchens.
Crystal Cabinet Works Maple Leaf logo symbolizes resilience, strength, and endurance. Since 1947, Crystal Cabinet Works has been crafting fine custom cabinetry for homes and commercial spaces. Find an independent design specialist for your new construction or renovation at crystalcabinets.com. Crystal Cabinet Works. American-made cabinets built with integrity to last a lifetime.
Luxury is not about price point. Luxury is a lifestyle. You deserve to work with a realtor that understands the real estate market, who is an innovative market leader. DSRE's exclusive membership to Forbes Global Properties gives our clients a level of global access and exposure that no other local brokerage can provide. No other luxury real estate platform has the same global reach or media power. DSRE, the right move.
Sightline is proud to be the production company chosen to produce Home Revival. And what a journey it's been. The trusted creative team at Sightline has what it takes to move your
Home Revival is brought to you by Sturgis Lumber.
It's going. It's going. Yeah! And kids, that's why we study math. That's why we study math. That is, I mean, seriously, there is math that goes involved in that. You have to figure out, the height of the ceiling, the height of the cabinet, the pitch of it, and I'm glad I was right on. That's scary. Look, there's not much room up here. One of the questions we get asked a lot when people come over to the house is, what do you call this design style? Is it, farm? Is it, whatever? And we kind of have fun with this, with even the kitchens we do for Island Breeze Kitchens. We love to come up with a name for the themes that we do. And this one is Coastal Ranch.
Yes, indeed.
So we really want to carry through the fact that we live next to the water. So the chairs that we have in here have some of the coastal themes to it, but then it's also, we're out here in 6 acres, so it's very much a ranch. So you'll see a lot of the woods that really make it feel that way. But we've done kitchens that are coastal fusion, kitchens that are kind of more of like a dynamic modern waterfront. Yeah. So it's fun for us to come up with different ideas and styles for the kitchens and even this house that we do. This is probably my favorite piece of cabinetry that Crystal makes. And I know a lot of them make them, but Crystal just rocks. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
And so what's interesting here too, you can tell until the cabinet is actually in place, you notice that the gaps are off, and that's simply because of how it's sitting on the floor. Anytime you're going to install something of this size, again, the level is incredibly important, and because floors can undulate, especially older floors, what you'll end up seeing is by the time they finish shimming this, plumbing this, and setting it level front to back, these gaps will be pretty well lined up. So even though it looks totally wonky now, it won't, because if I just push that, I'll push it the other way. So that's where you're on level on that side. But you see that?
See? Right there.
And so that's totally a function of level and plumb.
Our business, Island Breeze Kitchens, we are exclusive cabinet vendors for Crystal Cabinets out of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And they are a family-owned and operated business for over 75 years. So we thought today we would drive down and meet with our regional manager, Bill Johnston.
And Bill's super cool, but the biggest thing about Bill is he drives a Viper, which is very cool.
And James wants one.
A Ferrari.
Kind of the same thing.
What? Pet your dog.
Hi, today we're here with Bill Johnston, who is the regional sales manager for Crystal Cabinets. Crystal Cabinets is the company that James and I use for our kitchen design business. We wanted to talk with Bill today because they are amazing cabinets, and I just wanted to get him involved with us. So Bill, how long have you been with Crystal?
I hate to admit it, but it's about over 30 years.
30 years.
I started as one of the first dealers in the Southeast United States and loved the company. My favorite thing is that it's a family-owned company. family-operated company. Since 1947, it's the same family operating it. So they treat everybody, every employee, every salesperson like a member of the family.
Mm-hmm. And that seems also to wash over to us who are reps. You know, in Vero Beach, it's like you guys really treat us like, you know, we're, again, part of the family. So anytime we call, there's someone, Johnny on the spot, ready to take your questions and help and problem solve.
Treating everybody like family is part of the culture of the company.
Yeah.
It's been that way. When I became a dealer, I realized the way I was being treated, not as a customer. So then I learned to treat my customers as family.
Yeah.
That's what makes Crystal Crystal.
Absolutely.
And just in a nutshell, what are some of the features of the cabinets that really sets Crystal apart from many of the other manufacturers out there?
I think the ability to say yes and turn no's into a yes. And what I mean by that is we do a thing called special request. Special request is something that's not in our spec books, but something you dream up, whether it's a shape of a piece of molding, a door, or a color. We get between 500 and 700 special requests a week.
Wow.
And of that, there's over a 99% approval on some of these beautiful things that we build. So you're able to meet your customers' needs. That's one of the biggies.
Yeah, and that's true. And I've sat with customers and they've said, you know, I've kind of always envisioned an island that looked like this, but I've never seen it anywhere. And I always say of Crystal, if I can draw it, they can make it.
Correct.
We use, as you guys know, our home is our showroom. And we have found that people really love to come into our house and see the kitchen in action, so to speak, where you can actually pull open the cabinets and see them filled with plates and cans and foods and how sturdy and how strong everything is. And that's Crystal.
Important. Yeah, that's why people come into the training center and get an eye full of this eye candy we have around here of all different flavor cabinets. And they can touch it and open the doors and drawers, feel the finish that's like a silk finish. So it just gives them a good feeling.
These cabinets from Crystal, they are solid plywood. They're not particle board. The doors are solid wood. And so there is some variance there. But make sure you get really good quality cabinets and you get really good quality installers.
It's really great working with FSC. These guys are top-notch professionals. They're fantastic installers, and they're just wonderful to work with.
From the father to Luis, who is the manager, to Lara, who is the master installer. They've just been amazing to work with. So there are resident installers and countertop people.
There are people.
So guys, I want to thank you so much for today. I know you've all pulled together and done some really amazing things. And you know, kitchen is our thing, and you guys have just been a wonderful help, what I like to call a symphony of creativity. So we're so glad to have you guys join us around this table for a meal. Well, it's one of the things we love to do is break bread, share food together with our friends and craftsmen and neighbors. And so just before we dig in, let's have a quick word of prayer. So Heavenly Father, we are just grateful for your incredible gifts to us and all the ways which you seem to rescue us in the last moment, and the ways you bring people into our lives who are an incredible blessing and you just never expect it. So thanks for the gifts that are so powerful in our lives. Thanks for these friends, these craftsmen who have lent their creativity and their time to make this house something really special. Thanks also for this food. We pray your blessing upon it. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's dig in.
Well, it's been another great day here at Sailor Ranch. As you can see, most of the kitchen cabinets are in. Our friends are here still working on them. Our transformation is well underway, but there's a lot left to do. So we hope you'll join us next time on Home Revival.
We'll see you then.
It's really great working with It's really great working with FSC. It's gonna be fun, so keep watching. Keep watching.
Just keep watching.
And there will be some sheep on set.